He's a master criminal turned musical pioneer.
Word, I pull the trigger long, grip my teeth, spread it, and everyone was gone.
Probably the best storyteller ever in rap is Ice-T.
Fluent in both poetry and profanity, Ice-T raps true stories of the LA streets.
When a lot of rappers was rapping about fairy tale raps, Ice-T was rapping about real.
Orphaned at an early age, Ice-T found a home on the streets.
Looked up the pimps and the hustlers in the eel-skin boots.
And a gift for crime, thieving, hustling, and pimping.
The pimp is the master of the earth. He's the closest thing to living God. He had that presence. When he walked the street, it was real motherfuckers looked, they pointed.
But when his friends started disappearing into cells and cemeteries, Ice-T turned his life of crimes into a life of rhymes.
Bam, bam, it was over, another fool bite the dust. I went crazy in the pen with nobody to trust. When they called it gangster rap, I called it reality rap. It was just what I was living.
He rose to the top as an outspoken agitator. But when Ice-T wrote an incendiary song called Cop Killer, he became the target of outrage.
It is sick. When the president says your name in anger, the has hit the fan.
Ice-T survived, going from public enemy #1 to primetime TV star.
It's one of the few people that I've never heard anybody say anything bad about. Cops like him. After Cop Killer, that's quite a transition.
His latest caper is a role as a detective on Law & Order, Special Victims Unit.
Report 3 units into it. Touch and go, she'll survive.
And while he may still be a hustler at heart, Ice-T says he'll always stay true to his soul.
Most artists are so full of that they just want to say what they think is going to better their career. I really don't care because this is a dream for me. If I can't do it the way I want to do it, I just won't have it, you know, right? But I'm not going to say, well, no, I didn't really mean that. I mean, I'm sorry. What am I sorry about? Backstory, I went to Tarantino one day and I was trying to write a movie, and I said, yo, I would like you to help me. I met Quentin, I said, I got a movie idea. He tells me, he said, where do you think I get all my ideas from? He says, your music. I get it from your music. You don't need anybody to help you with this shit. You're the one that I'm getting it from. So I took that as a great compliment. Hollywood is way more gangster than the street. It's much more cold. It's much more vicious. I had a TV show called Players. And the producer, he got out of pocket, and the word was, you know, he was getting a little bit big. And I seen, you know, Dick Wolf, right? I'll name the name. He was sitting in the room, and it was like this. It was like that, and homie tried to just like, well, yo, this is how I feel. Like that, and I seen Dick Wolf look over to homie like this. I'm watching his head, he looked at his man, and that was it. And they do it with a smile on their face, and they you know, it's much more. I mean, I learned so much hardcore gangsterism from show business. I'm just like, these motherfuckers will be ready to kill you and take you out to dinner. I think the only place that the story's been told has been in music. You know, I've done a record called That's How I'm Living. I did a record called I Must Stand, where I tried to kind of like break down my life. But as far as actually in a book or anything, no, I've never really gotten into it. You know, it's only been, I've expressed it through music, you know, and a lot of people that know me now have no knowledge of my musical career. It's funny, like I'm out and I'm walking through an airport and grandmothers are like, Ice-T, and they're hugging me, and their kid is like, do you really know who he is? And they're like, yeah, you know, he's a police, he's on TV. And they're like, nah, grandma, you know. So it's definitely still an untold story, so to speak.